Welcome back to Slothbox. This channel is proudly sponsored by Lionpool Security Services and the Excelsior Sporting Club.
I'm Lyndon Dixon, and today I'm joined by British super lightweight Sajid Abid. Saj, how you getting on, mate? It's great to have you back.
Like I said before, mate, I'm surviving. Still alive. I'm kicking. Ready to go for next week, man.
Well, we've done a few interviews together now, and I feel like each time we do an interview, there's another step that you've made in your career, whether it's being on the edge of the eliminator, having the eliminator, winning the eliminator, or now we're a week away from what you've been chasing for so long, that English lightweight title. Mate, how does it feel to finally be just a few sleeps away?
You forget to mention I had to fight 2 eliminators to be in this position. So it was a first eliminator, then the final eliminator, and you'll be surprised if I had a final eliminator.
Yeah.
So it's like, listen, bring all the eliminators over. I don't care. But now it's all done and dusted. We have the title fight next week. I'm just ready to go. I'm ready to go. It's been a long training camp. It's been fun. It's had a lot of stories, a lot of excitements, but we're here now.
Well, talk to me a little bit about that training camp. I think did you change gyms for this one?
Yeah, so I'm based in Wakefield now. Good old Wakey. So I've been living here for the past, give or take, 2 months now. And like I said, there's been some interesting stories.
Well, like what, Sad? You can't. It's like you just put out the line there and was waiting for a bite.
I'll tell you something funny. You want to see how I open my door?
Go on.
Let me show how I open my door, okay? You see that? There's my door, right? Yeah. Give me 1 second. 1 second. So
right, I can't wait to see this, yeah.
The police raided my place at 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I'm completely delusional, haven't got a clue what's going on. But the way I've got to open it, it's like...
Oh my God! Oh my God! Jesus Christ! I mean, a minute ago, when you said that camp's been a bit different, I was not expecting that.
Yeah, it's been interesting. It's been interesting, my man.
But yeah, I mean, that's a drastic change. I mean, every fighter likes to be comfortable in their surroundings when they're coming up to a huge fight like this. So I guess you've just had to adapt and change. But I hope everything's gone well, mate.
Oh man, let's be honest. You know, boxing itself, nothing in boxing is comfortable. If you're ever comfortable whilst you're training, you clearly aren't putting enough work or forcing yourself to get better. You know, being great, getting better never comes from comfort. So, mate, I'm just glad I have a bed. I don't care. No, I've got a bed. I'm all right, man. I can go to the gym. The gym's literally around the corner, so it's convenient. So I can't complain.
Well, let's talk a little bit about your opponent for next Saturday night. Danikajev, 10 wins, 1 draw. He seems pretty decent looking at his record. Fought some pretty decent fighters. How are you feeling about him for next Saturday night?
Without sounding disrespectful, I couldn't care less. I couldn't care who he was, because I always train like I'm fighting the toughest fight of my life, regardless of who is on paper. You know, granted, we've looked into Dennis's skill set, and we've done our research, as you can imagine. And frankly, I'm approaching this fight as I've done every single fight, like it's a fight of my life. So, you know, I give him respect where it's due. You know, he's a former area champion. So, you know, already accomplished more than I have in the sport. But that's all going to change next week.
The thing is, since the first interview that we did together, I've been a fan. I've been like loving every step of the journey and stuff like that. But
I appreciate that.
You've had fans a lot longer than I've been a fan. So what's the feeling like when you're selling tickets, people are messaging you and stuff like that? How are people feeling in the build up to next week?
You know what? It's been a journey, and everyone who knows me knows this is something I've worked very hard for, right from my first loss. You know, it's something I've always talked about. Being able to hold that title, be crowned champion of England, it allows me to basically, how can I put it? Finish off a story, then move on to a bigger and better one.
Yeah.
You know, so I finalized me going through you know, the loss to then rebuilding myself to win a professional title and then moving forward from there. So, you know, it means a lot, and everyone around me knows it means a lot, and that's why they've been incredibly supportive. You know, everyone's been on my case about tickets, wanting to support some way or the other. So it's, you know, I'm incredibly grateful.
Talk to me a little bit more about what the outcome of this fight can mean for you. I mean, we spoke a little bit about the ups and downs we've been through. The winner of this fight, I feel like that English title can open so many doors. So I just want to, like, how important is that to you? Because like you said, this feels like the end of that story and ready for another one. So how important is it for you to secure that?
You know, it is the most important task at hand for me currently. If I do want to move forward, then this is what I have to get done and dust to begin with. So right now, it's all I've been focused on for the past, since the idea of becoming an English champion has come into my head. It's all I've been focused on. So I'm, you know, ready to go.
Yeah. Well, I know you don't like talking too much about looking past your opponent. I don't mean that in any disrespectful way, but in terms of what could be next, I mean, you've got Gavin Gwynne at lightweight, you've got the British at the minute, and then you've got the weight above him, super lightweight. Dalton Smith's got the British. Are those two fights that we could potentially see you look for next?
Like, there's one thing I've always liked to give out the impression, and you know, if you know me, then you know that I don't shy away from any challenge. You know, I'm the kind of guy that, listen, if it makes sense, if it's on the table, let's do it. I'm down. I don't care how tough to fight. I'm those kind of people that thrive off tough fights. If it isn't tough, I don't feel like I've earned it. So, you know, if it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. I'm like that.
Well, we've spoke about already about even just this camp, about what's happened, the shit you've been through, really. I mean, I just wonder, obviously I said I'm a fan, I just wonder, when it comes to the end and you're an old man and you're sat there with your grandkids, what do you hope to be able to tell them you've done in boxing? Because like you said, this feels like you're coming to the end of this story. But what other stories do you hope to be able to tell them?
You know, it's more so, not just in boxing, but in life in general, being able to tell someone like, listen, I took a fall, fell from grace, you know, at a position where I thought I was untouchable. And then reality hit when I lost. You know, I could have done one or two things. I could have stayed down, moved away, kind of just hidden away from everything, or I could have accepted that and just rebuild. You know, especially in boxing, who knows? I could lose again. You know, it's something that could always happen, but I know how to deal with it, and I know how to build from it. So it's an experience that I learned from, and you know, hold dear to me.
Well, changing subjects slightly, back onto the fight almost. When you do get that win, I want to know, what is the first thing you're doing after it?
Listen, you know the fact you had to ask me that question. What do you think? You know the question.
I just want to hear it. I want to hear the words.
When you smiled, mate. Mate, you know what I've been doing recently?
Go on.
Because I'm on this weight cut now, right? I've been watching people eat like the most greasiest foods on TikTok, right? I'm just sending it to my mates saying, listen, we're going here after the fight. We're going here. No, we're going here. We're going here. Listen, we're going each and every single place to try it or whatever.
Just walking by kebab shop windows, watching it rotate. Yeah. In a week's time.
Oh man, it's I'm looking forward to it because I can eat. Yeah, that's me. I'm a big foodie. I love food. The annoying thing about where I'm currently staying, I'm living on a strip where there's loads of takeaways. So when I'm walking towards a gym, I just get this beautiful aroma, and I'm like, yeah, one won't hurt. Well, clearly, I'm gonna discipline, you know. But I've been all right. Weight's on point and everything, so I've managed to stay strong and on target. So that's what that matters.
But yeah, last question. As usual, as ever, it's been a pleasure to speak to you. But big fight next week, but it's still September. What will you do or hope to do by the end of the year? Will this be the last one, or could we see you out in, say, December, perhaps?
Well, I know there's a few local shows going on around Derby in October time. So depending on what day, but I am going to Pakistan for the first time in about 15 years.
God.
No, yeah, about 15 years now, man. So it's crazy. One of my best friends is getting married. So you know, it was random because we thought his wedding was going to be obviously in the UK.
Yeah.
But they were like, you know what, let's just do it in Pakistan. We've got a new building there, so you know, it'd be a good way to show everyone. So me and a couple of friends are going there out of the blue. So that's going to be around end of October, beginning of November time. And to be fair, for those 2 weeks, mate, I'm going to be one chunky geezer when I come back.
You're going to come back at cruiserweight.
Nothing's happening in November for me. But the thing is, on a more serious note, right after this fight, I'll take a week off and get back into the gym because I'm at that pinnacle moment where I will get opportunities left, right, and center simply because of the position I'm in. So I've got to be ready. And like I said, you know me, I don't shy away from any fight.
Exactly. Well, Saj, like I said, mate, as usual, it's been a pleasure. I've been Lyndon Dixon. He's been Sajid Abid. Fight of his life coming up in a week.
We got
Try
this.
and get down there, support the man, and we'll see you on the next one.
See you guys then. Take it easy.
Okay.